federal government may be considering Benue for its proposed ranching pilot, but the state says it has not yet given the program the green light. In Makurdi, the reaction from residents was largely against the proposed pilot. For some, the concern is rooted in Benue's experience with farmer-herder conflict and the fear that a ranching program could create new disputes over land and ownership.
Hey, moyam lumunga. Hachuku odo ki ongu ki chachekpa dove we gaya ki na va tuma ki yove we lave na dove we gaya yo mbamba ki chakmba wuase hama she ki va wuase hama she chimba wuanza nya na yo dove we gamba mo chava kpamba wuwa we na yo mbla fa chongo we tumanya ve tim se bega
ba pesika hikla ha yo flani ye yang si ha yo ave before laga hachuku ni kasi ha yo ve ka vi de shi va nyok ve se wuase chichana ha sekpa samba amchia. Others say the priority should be enforcing the state's existing law against open grazing and protecting farmers whose livelihoods depend on access to their land.
Before we are here together with the herdsmen, peacefully there's no problem, but later on they started moving with weapons and all of that. For if government say they will come back and be with us, it become problem because they are not empty-handed. When they come, always they come with arms. We not have land here. As we stand here, there's no any empty space now. Everywhere, farming and all houses are everywhere. Even we that we have here, the land is not sufficient for us. So if they come, I don't know where they will stay.
For another resident, the question is not simply whether cattle should be kept in ranches, but who decides where such facilities are established and whose interests they serve.
If you bring Fulani people here, the only thing you're giving them is an entrance and an excuse to say not their land. Do you understand? And then the reality is that at the end of the day, this is not supposed to be a government conversation. It's not. There should be reparations. The people who should approach Benue, not be the government, it should be the Fulani people themselves should come, apologize for what has been done, and then come into dialogue with the Tiv people about how we can meet in the middle.
But what does the law say? Benue's open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law, enacted in 2017, prohibits open grazing while providing a legal framework for ranching.
Now the law has made provisions for ranching, but what the law does not allow is for somebody to buy land and ranch. You have to lease from the farmers, and when you lease the land from the farmers, you pay them the lease fee, you pay the government for the permit, and you do your ranching. You make your profit. The government takes its revenue from the permit fee. The owner takes his money from the lease fee. You do your business, and when you are your business falls up, or when you are through with your business, you carry your cattle and go, leave the man his lands, and leave the place intact.
So the key questions now are, what exactly is the federal government proposing? Where will the ranches be located? And can the plan work within Benue's existing legal framework?
It is impossible now because of the population to come and start tracing grazing reserves that you are going to convert them into ranches. By the way, it is illegal. It is illegal for government to take private lands and make it into a ranch for other people to come and do their businesses there. So it is impossible, it's unconstitutional, it's illegal. They cannot do it. The land is scarce, so we cannot afford to do that. Again, the president cannot come into Benue and take land and make it into a grazing reserve or a ranch. For who? Is it for government? Is it for the Fulanis? The Fulanis are private people. If they want, they can come and follow the law, the open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law, and make their business according to the tenor of the law, and when they finish, they can go back. But we are not surrendering our lands to acquisition.
The Benue State government says it is technically reviewing the federal government's proposal through the Bureau of Livestock Development and Transboundary Animal Diseases Control. It says stakeholders and institutions will be consulted before the state takes a formal position.
My best advice to the government If it is a state government, the governor holds the land in trust for the people of Benue State. It is not his land, it's the land of the people, and he can only deal with it according to the interest of the people of Benue State as enshrined in the Land Use Act. You can only give out land belonging to the people for overriding public interest. Taking land from the people to give it to Fulani herders is not an overriding public interest.
For now, the disagreement is not simply about whether ranching is a viable livestock management system. It is about how it will be introduced in Benue, where it will take place, who will control it, and whether it will address, rather than deepen, existing tensions over land and livestock. In Benue, for News Central, Sewuese Anyo.